What's going on, guys? It's your boy Shady Mike Gaming, and welcome to today's video. Today is going to be a little bit different from what we usually do here on the channel. My channel is mostly based around 2K basketball, but today we're going to be talking about Madden 23. My super OGs know this channel used to be based strictly around Madden and NCAA football, so it's always fun to delve back into Madden. And I like to check out Madden every year just for a little bit around this time. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit burnt out with 2K22, but don't worry, we are gonna get back into our 2K content and also get ready to be dropping some 2K23 content. So that's gonna be a lot of fun coming out on the channel. First and foremost, though, if you guys do like this type of content, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel with your notifications on. That way you don't miss any of the future content coming up. So what is this video? This is going to be basically a first impressions video, but I want to just come right out and answer the question of should you buy Madden 23? And I want to, take some time and talk about the game and talk about my thoughts and what I like about the game and what I don't like about the game, and talk about who this game is for, and I think who will enjoy this game and who honestly won't enjoy this game. So we'll go ahead and start with that. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and talk about the positive, some of the things that I do like. If you follow me on Twitter, I've been tweeting this forever because I was in the beta too. You have heard me harping on the foot planting. Well, I can finally show you guys footage of the Madden 23 foot planting. It is absolute god tier foot planting, the best I've seen in a sports video game. Period. It's that big of a deal. Yes, they have a new engine. Yes, it matters. Yes, it gives you incredible moments. The ability to just put your foot in the ground and make cuts on a dime with elite running backs and receivers coming out of breaks and tight ends coming out of breaks. It just feels incredible. That's one of my favorite parts of the game. Next, I want to talk about the precision passing. Again, God tier. I was making, and you can make throws, simply put, that have never been able to be made in a video game. You can put the ball anywhere. You can throw your guys open, and if you have a quarterback that's accurate, you truly feel powerful. You understand why guys like Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady and Peyton Manning back in the day, just elite quarterbacks, you understand why they're such a weapon. The new passing mechanics just give you so much freedom to put the ball right out of reach of defenders. Is truly some incredible moments that you can have. Graphics. I just went from current gen PC to next gen PS5. The graphics are good. I wouldn't call them god tier. I think there are other games that look better, but I really like some of the touches that they did on the graphics. The sideline, guys are actually now standing on the sideline. Like your players, you can see like your quarterback on the sideline when you're on defense, and your defensive backs on the sideline when you're on offense, and vice versa. We've been waiting for that for years, so that's a really, really nice touch. I know a lot of you care about the franchise changes. The franchise changes, some of you were there with me on stream when we were rebuilding the Eagles. It was fun. I thought the additions were really nice. It was a lot of variety. I was making trades. I was, trying to move guys that were older but high overall, and there came, there's so much variety into what happened. Right. My offensive line was very weak, and I had a situation where I had the 11th pick in the draft, and I was trying to get the best left tackle in the draft. So I put together this lucrative trade package to move up from the 11 spot all the way up to 3 with a first round pick. And next year, just a lucrative trade package. And I was able to get up there, draft the left tackle. He's a freaking 70 overall. I'm sick. Like, I've been moved up for a guy that, I don't know. He seems like a bust. So if you like rebuilding teams and simulating, like, it was crazy. We had Baker Mayfield, leading the Panthers deep into the playoffs and then leaving in free agency. It was wild. So I know a lot of people like stuff like that. So I do think it's a positive. It's hard for me to gauge how much of an improvement it is because I haven't really been into Madden over the past few years, but I liked it. It was fun for me. I definitely appreciate and could see the amount of work that they said that they put into the franchise mode of the game. All right, so let's now move over to some of my problems with the game. And I never want this to be too negative, but you guys know I call a ball and a strike a strike. So be open and honest about the things that I don't like. And hey, hopefully some of this stuff can be fixed via patches, right? This is an open space, free space for constructive criticism. We're not hating on anybody. We just want to talk about our gripes with the game. So and again, for those of you that follow me on Twitter, you have heard me talk about some of this before. So my first issue with the game is, well, it's Madden, right? It's Madden. There are fundamental legacy issues that are not fixed. And honestly, guys, most likely will not be fixed unless we, the simulation / slider community, right, fixes them. All Madden is close to unplayable. But to my understanding, it's supposed to be unplayable. When you go on All Madden, they just make your cornerbacks and defensive backs just utterly stand there and be silly. I just think they overdid it. It's just not even playable in my opinion. It's that bad. User pass coverage on the higher difficulty levels is as bad as it has been. Another thing which I'm still testing, and I hope that this can be fixed with sliders, are it seems regardless of your difficulty, there are too many fumbles. There are way too many fumbles. Guys are getting hit sticked. The ball is just popping out too much. 2, 3, 4 fumbles a game. That's not what we're seeing on Sundays, guys. We'll work with the sliders, but all in all, there's too many fumbles. The reason that bothers me is because we did give them this feedback in the beta. And in the beta forums, I'm not gonna lie, I expected this to be better at launch, and it's not. There's too many fumbles. And then moving on next, keeping on the same line, there is simply way too many interceptions. There is an absurd amount of interceptions to the point where I think the interception slider is broken. I put it all the way at 0. If the ball touches the defender's hands, it is intercepted. They are catching tipped passes, jumping routes. And what bothers me about that is it seems like only the CPU defenders are doing it. That's what frustrates me the most. Way too many interceptions. There's an insane amount of interceptions. It's not me being bad, guys, because I know that some people like to throw that out there. Everyone in the community is talking about it. Guys are throwing 4 or 5 picks a game. Way too many picks. All we need is for EA to make the slider work, and we can drop it down and it can be wherever they want it for online play. We just need that slider to work. Again, disappointed because they said that they tuned this from the feedback we gave them in the beta. This was my biggest issue with the beta. And it is not fixed. So, that is alarming, I will say. Next, again, this was, more on the higher difficulties. As I turned the difficulties down, this issue did get better. So I'm not super worried about this, but I don't even know what to call it, whether I want to say the CPU pass rush is insane, or the user pass blocking is dumb. It's a mixture of the two. The CPU's getting a ridiculous rush. And while EA says they're trying to emulate like quarterbacks only having 2 to 3 seconds to throw the ball. We get that, but we're not quarterbacks. I don't have the reaction time of a quarterback to see all of these. It's actually very difficult. I've been playing Madden and NCAA football for a long time. I know how to make reads, but you don't have time for deeper pass routes to develop, especially on the higher difficulties. So that might just be something where I turn the pass blocking up or the difficulty down. I'm still going to tune it, but out of the box, the CPU pass rush, I just thought was too much, if that makes sense. And not to mention, it's tough when like user pass blockers are just missing guys and not picking them up where you expect them to be picked up. That's difficult. But I hope we can fix that with sliders. Now, you guys have heard me a couple times mention, hey, the higher difficulties are the issue. Higher difficulties is the issue. All Madden's the issue. Why not just turn it down to all pro or maybe even pro? Well, this has been an issue for a while. It's too easy for the user to run the ball at lower difficulties. So what happens is when you turn it down to pro, when you turn it down to all pro, you can rush for like 8 to 12 yards per carry, and that kind of kills the mode. That's what makes us play all Madden for the most part. I think they need to tweak the run block slider to make it more impactful, so that when it's lowered, we can make it harder for the user to run. Runs from the shotgun are still overpowered. Read option is still overpowered. That's what makes it a little bit difficult. This was a small one that I threw in there, but the special teams play is just still, it's Madden, right? It's uneventful. CPU still can't punt. You know what I mean? So there's just, it's just not fun to play special teams. It's not fun to do returns. You don't feel dangerous with the best return man in the game. I just wish they would find a way to innovate all of it, the kicking game, the punting game, the return game, all of it. But it's Madden, so it's the same as it always is. This next one here is actually a neutral. I don't know whether to say it's good or bad, but CPU quarterback logic is better than it has been in years past, but it's actually almost to the point where it's like Robo QB again. So like, you guys saw me on stream, I was getting torn up for like 500 yards by Mac Jones. So it's like the CPU will scramble a little bit more, move around and escape in the pocket a little bit better. But it's like hard to say whether that's a super positive or a negative. So that's just something to keep an eye on. We definitely gonna have to edit the CPU accuracy because they don't throw bad passes enough. So we gotta mess with that a little bit. My hope is that sliders can fix that. So all right, let's get to the nitty gritty and answer the question in the title. We've been ranting long enough, right? Who should not buy this game? I've been playing the game on the PS5. I have the next gen version of the game. If you are on PC and you are on current gen, I just don't recommend buying this game. I feel like it's copy and paste on PC, copy and paste on PS4. I don't think there's enough change to justify picking this game up. I think the PC deserved the next gen version of the game. I don't know why EA chose not to bring it to us. I just don't think it's worth the money. I would wait for it to be on sale if you are on current gen. Who else should not buy this game? Whether you're on current gen or next gen. If you are a fan of the OG NFL 2K5, the OG All Pro Football 2K8, maybe even Backbreaker. I'm aging myself here, but this game does not have tackling and physics like those games. If that's what you're expecting, the physics and the tackling from Backbreaker and NFL 2K5 and All Pro Football 2K8, you will be upset. So don't even pick it up if that's what you're looking for. That is not here. That is not what we're doing with this game. The tackling is better. They said they added over 1,300 tackling mechanics. I see it. I feel it. That's, I probably should have put this in the positives because yes, I see it. I feel it, but it's still Madden. It's still heavily animation based. Not a lot of physics going on here, guys. It is what it is. So yeah, those are the people that should not buy the game. You can't get over NFL 2K5. I get it. If you don't have next gen, wouldn't get it. Now, who should buy Madden 23? Well, the first group. Do you like video game football? The NFL season is about to start. You want to play with your favorite team, new jerseys, this, that, and the other. I would pick the game up if you want to do that. There's no other game to play. It's not like we have an option. I said it on Twitter last night, right? drop $70 for hours of entertainment. That's worth it to me. Hey, I like video game football. I want to play video game football. That's why I bought Madden on the PS5. Simple as that. Next, if you like Madden football, you should buy this game. What do I mean by that? Well, guys, we know there's Madden football and then there's NFL football. Those two things are not the same. Madden football is Madden football. NFL football is NFL football. We should know by now if we like Madden. Some of us just don't like Madden, and that's okay. But if you are okay with what Madden is and are willing to make, or rather even search for slider sets and sliders that fix your issues with the game, pick it up. We're going to be here. We're going to be, the community's here. We're going to be making rosters. We're going to be making sliders, draft classes, things of that nature. Pick it up. See what you think. So, that's all there is to it. It's not a yes or no question, but guys, I've been saying it for a long time. The takeaway is Madden's Madden. I think this is the best Madden in a long time. I think it needs some changes and some improvements from the community. But in terms of the game starting as a baseline, in terms of where are we starting from to work with, I think this is the best Madden in a long time, guys. So I really like it. And that's just me. I've been having fun. I've been putting a lot of time into it. Depending on, how this video does and like, do people want to see Madden on the channel and stuff? Let me know in the comment section. I hope you guys like this video. I hope it shed some light on some of the good and bad things about Madden. So I hope it, helps you guys make the decision if you're still on the fence about whether to buy Madden or not. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It's your boy, Shady Mike Gaming, and I am signing out. Peace. Threes.